Imagine waking up one morning, feeling a little more tired than usual, brushing it off as stress or lack of sleep. But what if those small, everyday discomforts were actually your body whispering a much bigger warning? An early sign of congestive heart failure. The truth is, heart failure doesn't happen overnight. It quietly develops, often hidden behind symptoms we easily dismiss. By the time it becomes obvious, valuable time may already have been lost. But here's the empowering news. When recognized early, congestive heart failure can be managed, treated, and even slowed down. That's why in today's video, we're diving into 12 early signs of congestive heart failure that many people ignore, but you shouldn't. Hello, I'm Dr. Emily Carter, and with over 10 years of experience helping patients understand and manage heart health, my mission is to educate you on the subtle signals your body gives before a major crisis. Stay with me until the very end, because knowing these signs might not only change your life, but could also save it. 1. Shortness of breath during everyday activities. One of the first red flags of heart failure is shortness of breath, even while doing simple activities like walking upstairs, carrying groceries, or sometimes just lying down. This happens because a failing heart struggles to pump blood effectively, causing fluid buildup in the lungs. A study published by the American Heart Association found that people often ignore this symptom for months, assuming it's just fatigue or being out of shape. But if you notice yourself becoming breathless quicker than before, it's not something to brush off. It's your body hinting that your heart may not be keeping up with its workload. And speaking of fatigue, that leads us right into our next sign. 2. Persistent fatigue and weakness. Have you ever felt overwhelmingly tired, even after a full night's sleep? Persistent fatigue is another early warning. In heart failure, your body isn't getting enough oxygen-rich blood, so your muscles and organs don't function at their best. Many women, especially mothers, chalk this up to stress, busy schedules, or iron deficiency. But when exhaustion becomes constant and unexplained, it could be something more serious. Interestingly, research from Johns Hopkins shows that fatigue is often reported months before patients are officially diagnosed with heart failure. This isn't just being tired. It's a silent alarm. Now, while fatigue is internal, there are outward signs too, like swelling, which brings us to the next clue. 3. Swelling in ankles, legs, or feet. Have you noticed your shoes feeling tighter at the end of the day? Swelling, especially in the lower extremities, is one of the body's most visible warnings of fluid retention caused by a struggling heart. The heart's weakened pumping ability causes blood to back up in the veins, forcing fluid into surrounding tissues. This isn't just water weight or a minor inconvenience, it's a clinical red flag. Doctors call it edema, and it's not something to ignore. What's more, many women assume this swelling is from standing too long or pregnancy history, when in fact it could be signaling early congestive heart failure. But the swelling doesn't always stop at the feet. It can also affect deeper parts of the body, including the abdomen. 4. Unexplained weight gain. Imagine gaining 2 to 3 pounds in a single day without any change in diet or lifestyle. That's not fat, it's fluid. Rapid weight gain is a hallmark sign of fluid retention linked to heart failure. The Mayo Clinic highlights that this type of weight gain often creeps in quietly, with patients only realizing later that their clothes feel tighter. Unlike gradual weight gain, this shift is fast and unsettling, and it's your body's way of warning that fluid is building up because your heart isn't pumping properly. And sometimes, instead of just feeling heavier, you might notice another disturbing sign: difficulty lying flat to sleep. 5. Trouble sleeping while lying flat. If you find yourself needing extra pillows to breathe comfortably at night, or waking up gasping for air, it could be a sign of heart failure. This happens because lying flat allows more fluid to move toward the lungs, worsening shortness of breath. A condition called paroxysmal nocturnal dyspnea describes sudden nighttime breathlessness that forces people awake. Many dismiss it as snoring or asthma, but in reality, it's a classic heart failure symptom. Think of it as your body crying out for relief, even while you're at rest. And while sleep disturbances are frustrating, they often come hand in hand with another overlooked sign: constant coughing. 6. Persistent cough or wheezing. A cough that won't go away, especially one that produces pink, frothy sputum, may signal fluid buildup in the lungs. Unlike a seasonal cold, this cough lingers and often worsens when lying down. Some women even mistake it for allergies or bronchitis, delaying medical care. But according to the National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute, persistent cough in the context of fatigue and swelling can strongly indicate heart issues. This is your lungs struggling because your heart isn't keeping up. But coughing isn't the only unusual body signal. Sometimes your heart tells you directly through your pulse. 7. Rapid or irregular heartbeat. Have you ever felt your heart racing or skipping beats out of nowhere? A failing heart often compensates by beating faster, trying to maintain blood flow. This can cause palpitations, flutters, or irregular rhythms. While occasional flutters may not seem alarming, when combined with other symptoms, they paint a clearer picture of heart strain. According to Cleveland Clinic research, irregular heartbeat is one of the most overlooked early signs in women, often mistaken for anxiety. But if your heart feels like it's running a marathon while you're sitting still, it's a warning worth investigating. And if the heart isn't keeping up, another subtle but dangerous sign begins to show: confusion. 8. Difficulty concentrating or confusion. When your heart fails to pump enough blood, it directly affects your brain. This can cause difficulty focusing, memory lapses, or feeling unusually disoriented. Many women may dismiss this as stress or sleep deprivation, but in reality, poor circulation is starving the brain of oxygen. Studies from Harvard Medical School have shown that cognitive changes often precede a formal diagnosis of heart failure. This makes confusion not just a mental concern, but a cardiac one. But the brain isn't the only organ affected, so is your digestive system. 9. Loss of appetite and nausea. It may surprise you, but congestive heart failure can also affect your stomach. When blood flow is diverted away from the digestive system, it slows digestion, leading to loss of appetite, bloating, or even nausea. Patients often report feeling full after just a few bites, thinking it's unrelated to heart health. Yet this symptom is a direct result of the body prioritizing blood for survival. This makes eating less about choice and more about circulation. And while appetite loss can feel frustrating, one of the scariest warning signs is something most people never connect to heart failure: chest discomfort. 10. Chest pain or pressure. Not all heart failure patients experience sharp chest pain like a heart attack. Instead, it can feel like heaviness, tightness, or subtle pressure. This discomfort often occurs during exertion and eases with rest. Unfortunately, many women dismiss it as indigestion or muscle strain, which delays seeking medical attention. Research consistently shows that women under 40 are more likely to underreport chest symptoms compared to men. But chest pressure should never be ignored. It's your body's emergency signal. And if chest discomfort isn't enough, your skin itself might reveal another early clue. 11. Cold hands and feet. Have you ever noticed your hands or feet staying unusually cold? Poor circulation due to heart failure means less warm blood reaches your extremities. While many women assume it's just poor circulation from sitting too long or being naturally cold sensitive, it could be far more serious. When your body prioritizes blood for vital organs, your extremities are the first to feel the difference. This chilling sign is often overlooked but carries weight when paired with other symptoms. Finally, let's uncover one of the most silent yet telling signals of all: frequent urination at night. 12. Frequent nighttime urination. If you find yourself waking multiple times at night to use the bathroom, it could be more than just drinking too much water before bed. Heart failure causes fluid to shift from tissues back into the bloodstream when lying down, sending the kidneys into overdrive. This leads to frequent nighttime urination, known medically as nocturia. While many women blame it on aging or childbirth history, in combination with other symptoms, it becomes a valuable clue pointing toward heart failure. These 12 signs, while subtle, can be life-saving when recognized early. The challenge is that each symptom alone may seem harmless, but together they paint a powerful picture of your heart's health. So if you or someone you love experiences these warning signals, don't ignore them. Reach out to a healthcare professional and get evaluated before it's too late. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you or someone close to you ever experienced any of these symptoms and brushed them off as something else? Share your experience in the comments. I read every single one, and your story might help another woman recognize the signs sooner. And if you found this video valuable, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, because in my upcoming videos, I'll be breaking down the foods that secretly damage your heart health, and you'll want to know which ones to avoid. Stay safe, stay informed, and always remember, your your health is your greatest investment.